Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be covering a 10x summoning event that's going to be coming starting tomorrow for the Sacred Order, and then I'm going to go over the tournaments, the events, the offers, and get you all caught up for Raid Shadow Legends. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so first of all, I apologize about my lighting and, my green screen, my lighting. My whole studio is moved to, like, my new apartment. And then today, I'm going to be moving the big stuff. So my apartment's basically empty of the small stuff, you know, your dishes and your toiletries and my clothes. Everything is over at the new place. And then as of here in a few hours, all my big stuff will be gone. The computer is one of the last things I'm moving. So I don't have my green screen, and my apartment's, like, empty besides my couch and chair and big stuff. But we're getting after it, trying to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So you won't see it teased in game yet or anything, but tomorrow there's going to be a 10x summoning rush for certain champions in the Sacred Order. And as always, you guys know the drill. 10x events are typically only worth it for people who spend a fair amount of money and are kind of champion hunting to collect a certain champion they don't have yet. But in terms of the Sacred Order, I always get Sacred Order and Bannerlords mixed up. I always click on, like, the other one. But anyway, in this event, it's going to be Martyr, Sir Nicholas, Venus, Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. This is one of the rare times that it could be worth it to pull shards. Martyr, Sir Nicholas, and Venus, that's pretty intense. That's 3 top 10 legendaries. Sir Nicholas is somewhere in that 8 to 13 tier, and then Martyr and Venus are both probably top 5. On my recent top 10 legendaries list, updated for 2020 that I just did like 10 to 13 days ago or whatever, all 3 of them are in the top 10. So in terms of a 10x, this is about as good as you're ever going to get. But I still think 10x is not worth it for like 95% of you. For the 5% of you that spend a fair amount of money and you don't have any of those 3, yeah, okay. It might, if you're someone who spends, hundreds of dollars a month, or if you're a super whale and you don't have any of those 3, yeah, especially if you don't have counterattack on your account yet, then yeah, honestly, this 10x might be worth it in that situation. But if you spend kind of a normal amount of money, or if you're a low spender or free to play or anything, for the rest, the 95% of people who are in kind of a normal spending habit or free to play, it's not worth it. You're better off to save for a 2x event. But this is probably one of the better ones you'll ever get in terms of a 10x. Even though 10x's usually aren't worth it, in terms of 10x's, this is the best you're ever going to see. I want to kind of make sure I'm clear on that. I'm with you guys. I wish they would do stuff that was more fun, more interesting, instead of just, rolling out 2 10x summoning events every week. I'm with you. I agree. And we're all kind of telling them that behind the scenes when we give them community feedback. Not a big fan of the 10x's. I hope they start doing, actual events like the all rare dragon tournament. It wasn't perfect, but it was an actual event. It was something going on in game. It generated some buzz. It generated some discussion and some fun and some theory crafting. Like, let's do something like that twice a week instead of, hey, 10x for these champions. So I agree with you. I'm on your side. That's what I tell them. And even though the all rare dragon tournament wasn't perfect, at least that was, something fun, something to do, and theory craft, and they can kind of build on that and get better at it and keep doing more stuff like that. But I digress. Don't want this to turn into a 15-minute video of complaining about events. So anyway, this 10x again is going to be Roshar the Tower. I think I left that out. So yeah, there's 4 legendaries. Yeah, I missed that one the first time. Roshar the Tower, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, and Venus. So those 4 legendaries. So if you pull your regular shards, your ancients, and your sacreds, you have a 10x times normal chance of getting Roshard and Martyr. If you pull Voids, you got a boosted chance of getting Sir Nicholas and Venus. In terms of epics, it's going to be Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. Two of them are good for the clan boss. You've got Juliana and Aethar. They're you know, magic and force affinity right here in the middle. They're good like DPSers for the clan boss. They're both pretty good in the early to mid game. I don't know if either one is like meta for the end game really, but they're both good clan boss DPSers for the early and mid game. And Aethar surprisingly has some pretty good multipliers and can do some decent damage, but he only ever gets built for the clan boss, so no one really knew about it. But but yeah, in terms of the epics, nothing super game changing or meta or account changing really. I mean, those two can be handy. Talia again has decent multipliers. She can do all right. Frostbringer can be okay, but none of these epics are like a Skull Crusher or a Miscreated Monster or a Tyrell or a Royal Guard, you know, something like that. None of them are really gonna be account progression changing in my opinion. But Martyr, Sir Nicholas, and Venus can be. Roshard can be really good in certain unkillable comps for clan boss if you build a specialized team around it, and he can also be really good in faction wars and arena if you build special teams around, you know, tuning his unkillable or you know, immune to damage for 2 turns. Then you can do some cool things with Roshard. So I'm okay with the legendary choices. I think those 4 legendaries are the best we've ever seen in a 10x event. The epics, you know, they're probably some of the best epics in the Sacred Order. So yeah, I'm okay with the champion choices. Yeah, I've already said my general feelings though. Not worth it for most of you. I would wait for a 2x. And I do want to throw in the caveat for new people who are new to my channel. It is not a 10x boost to the rates of shards when it goes live. So make sure you know that distinction. It's going to be normal summoning rates. The shards are not boosted. It's just if you pull an epic or a legendary, it's 10 times more likely to be those champions than normal, but it's still normal summoning rates. Don't get mixed up. New players get confused by that all the time. I want to make sure I'm very clear on that. So that kind of covers the sentiment on the 10x event. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and let's get you caught up on the tournaments, events, and offers in the game. So as we pop open the tournaments, we will see there is currently a Dragon tournament going on with an Ice Golem tournament starting tomorrow, and also Arena Onslaught. The Dragon tournament, Dragon is kind of thought of as the most important dungeon to grind. So typically your endgame players are going to spend about 75 to 80% of their grind time in the Dragon, because you need the lifesteal and speed sets. Obviously Stalwart you can do some really cool things with. Accuracy is kind of a good fill-in set. The Dragon's just one of the best dungeons, and thus the rewards on the right are not very good. This is honestly probably the worst rewards I've seen in terms of guaranteed rewards. A 3-star chicken, it's usually a 4 or a 5. 60 gems at the top, it's usually an epic or legendary book. So I think Plarium knows that no matter what, they can get people to grind the Dragon, so they don't really need to put a whole lot of incentive out there. Yeah. The rewards in the competition part of the bracket part of it, you know, they're taking a step in the right direction, it looks like. But yeah, I don't know. Like I wouldn't blame somebody for skipping this. If you need to grind the Dragon anyway, go ahead and do it. But there's no books, and only a total of like 2 shards. If your group, by now you know if your group is winnable. So what you do is you check if people are going above and beyond the max, or do they get to like 2750 and stop. You can see in my group, I've got 2 people more than doubling the max. So I'm gonna really have to spend thousands of energy to win, to even like attempt to go after this. So I probably, honestly, I can just stop where I am. Like grinding this to get gems and a 3-star chicken is not gonna be super impactful, and I've already got 3 people way above and beyond the max, and they're gonna keep pushing. They're gonna get up to like 10 or 11,000, and like, yeah, so I'm probably just gonna let this one go. It's not even worth it. The rewards on the right aren't enough to drag me in. I just did some kind of ancillary Dragon runs to burn my energy the last couple days, but yeah, all in all, don't feel bad for skipping this one. The rewards don't seem super great. But we've also got Arena Onslaught. This one should be pretty easy to get the rewards on the right. But then it comes down to, you know, who's going to buy refreshes, who's going to buy Arena token. We haven't seen this very often in terms of a tournament for the Arena, where it comes down to you buying resets of your tokens to compete against other people. We don't see this type of thing very often. So yeah, the rewards on the right I was okay with. They were pretty easy to get, and you know, it's nothing super game changing, but it was pretty easy to acquire, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, this tournament over here, it looks like, you know, I haven't really tried at all, and I'm in 7th. Looks like we're not getting super hard participation here out of the 100 people, but yeah, I'm not gonna be going too crazy here trying to get up top. If these people, if number 1 was at 1296, I might fire up and go after it here. But yeah, just kind of weigh your groups and see if it's realistic to win. And you know, there's nothing super game changing here. You know, you'd have to get up to number 1 or number 2 basically to feel good about your rewards. So just kind of weigh your options and kind of weigh if you should be going after that, and keep an eye on it. The Golem tournament going to be starting tomorrow, and typically the Golem is the worst dungeon in terms of end game grinding. It's pretty decent in the early and mid game when you need those HP and defense, you know, sets, and crit rate can be a good set in the, you know, the earlier type player you are. But yeah, the rewards are probably going to be better in the Ice Golem tournament than the Dragon tournament, because they need to give players a little bit more incentive to play the Golem. But we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll see. You know, don't hold your breath on that. We'll take a look, but it's probably going to be another one that isn't super great, because you're kind of double dipping. As I dive into the events here, you're kind of double dipping with a current Dungeon Divers event going on, and with this, we can get an epic book and a void shard, so this one's a little bit more worth it. And if you're a newer player, you might just want to do the campaign and farm XP while you get artifacts to contribute towards this. You can like triple, well, no, you won't be triple dipping, you'd just be double dipping, because you wouldn't be progressing in a tournament. But yeah, you can double dip, and you know, artifacts from the campaign will count towards this. So you know, when you do like 12-3 and it drops a shield, that counts towards these points when you get that shield. But you can't get like 6-star legendaries, so you get less points and stuff, but you can at least, you know, really be efficient with your double dipping on your points. So if you're a newer player, just go ahead and grind the campaign until you get the epic, you know, the epic skill tome and the void shard, or else you know, go after those tournaments if it's realistic for you, and do the Dragon and the Golem, and kind of keep an eye on your Dungeon Divers. But now let's get you all caught up on the offers that we're kind of seeing come through here. So let me plug this in. Let's remove this. The chained offers, gosh, they're usually not very good, to be honest. I don't know why they don't do better chained offers. This one looks like it, I mean, it could be decent, but yeah, it's a 1.55, but like, this should just be, like, this should be 250 gems, and then we're talking. That's something I would buy. Right there, that's what it should be, but I don't want to confuse you guys. This is what it is. So yeah, not really worth it in my opinion. We don't need to go over that. I haven't bought one of these in like 3 months, and it's still $25. And I haven't been spending a whole lot of money for a long time, so very interesting that this is still 25 and it hasn't dropped at all. Bonus potions, I'll plug it in for you guys. It's probably not going to be worth it if I had to kind of guess. Let's go here, and energy, no, it's just going to be 800 gems. And 20 times 4 is 80, but it's at, oh, there's a 5th one down here. So it'd be 100 larges. That is a lot. Yeah, this is one of the better potion packs I've seen, but gosh, to spend $50 on this, it comes out as a 1.84, but I don't think this is worth it. I like, even if you're a new player who can't do stage 15 and you need these potions, I would still rather you buy $50 worth of energy and shards to progress your account than buy this. So even though it grades out as a 1.84, I don't think I would go for that one. The Immortal set, no, it's too expensive for a set of 5-star Immortal. If this were like $12 or $13, maybe, but even then, I mean, this would need to be like $10. And then Great Deal Mix Pack. This is going to be the one with some potential right here. Let's plug it in. This is the one that may actually make sense. Energy gems 250, 40 brews, 10 ancients, and delete these. What? Oh, okay. I was like, no way. That can't be that bad. Gosh, though, it is. Really? Did I do this right? 250k, 250 gems, 40 brews, 10 ancients, and 4 4-star chicken. Usually these hot, great deal mix packs aren't this bad. But the one thing to take note of is anytime there's a purchase limit of 2, anytime there's a purchase limit higher than 1, it's typically not going to be amazing. So I should have noticed that right off the bat. The really good offers, typically they limit you to 1 of them. So when you see multiple limits, you know it might not be that. Gosh, I thought that would be. I hadn't even looked at what it had in it, but usually the hot great deal mix packs are better than that. So I got a little bit excited, but no, that's a hard pass. This is not worth $25. The 1.33 for a great deal mix pack is super disappointing. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. And again, just to wrap up, the 10x summoning event for the Sacred Order is going to include Roshar the Tower, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, Venus, Talia, Aethar, Juliana, and Frostbringer. And to wrap up, it's not worth it for 95% of you. It's only worth it for people who spend a lot of money, that don't have counterattack on their account yet, and don't have some of those, you know, good legendaries that are included in Roshar, Martyr, Sir Nicholas, and Venus. Venus and Martyr are the catches of the event. They are amazing. If you're a whale who doesn't have any of them yet, it might be worth point shards. For 95% of you, it's going to be better to wait for a 2x. So yeah, I apologize again for the weird lighting in the backdrop. I don't have any way to kind of to make it better and block it off and green screen, because everything is kind of moving to my new apartment today, and I'm in the process of everything kind of being in flux. So I will be back, hopefully set up like normal by tonight, tomorrow at the latest, I'm hoping. So yeah, excited to interact with you guys and stream again, and it's been a wild week, but I'm ready to get back to normal. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.